Ever heard of a king who was more interested in swimming and thatching roofs than, actually ruling a kingdom? Let me introduce you to Edward II of England. His story is one of the most dramatic and, frankly, bizarre in English history. Edward II came to the throne in 1307, following his famous father, Edward I, also known as Now, Longshanks was a tough, battle-hardened warrior king. His son, not so much. Edward II preferred the company of common laborers and artisans over his own nobles, which, as you can imagine, didn't go over well with the fancy lords at court. They expected a king to be regal and aloof, not out digging ditches with the common folk. The real drama, however, centered around his relationships, particularly with a man named Pierce Gaveston. Edward adored Gaveston, showering him with titles, land, and power. The nobles were furious. To them, Gaveston was an arrogant upstart who had far too much influence over the king. Tensions boiled over, leading to civil unrest and eventually Gaveston's execution by a group of angry barons. Edward was heartbroken and never forgave them, but the trouble didn't stop there. After Gaveston, another favorite, Hugh Despenser, took his place, causing even more conflict. The nobles felt sidelined, the country was mismanaged, and England was losing the wars against Scotland that his father had fought so hard to win. The famous defeat at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314 was a massive blow to English prestige and Edward's authority. The final act of this royal drama was orchestrated by his own wife, Isabella of France. Fed up with her husband and his favorites, she teamed up with a disgruntled nobleman, Roger Mortimer. They invaded England in 1326, and shockingly, the people rallied behind them. Edward's support had completely collapsed. He was captured and forced to abdicate the throne in favor of his young son, Edward III. What happened next is shrouded in dark rumors. Edward II was imprisoned and died in Berkeley Castle in 1327. The official story was that he died of natural causes, but many believe he was murdered in a truly gruesome way, a final, brutal end to a turbulent reign. From a powerful king to a deposed prisoner, Edward II's life is a stark reminder that wearing the crown is never as easy as it looks. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by the wild stories of history, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.